Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Cedar Ridge Chronicles. If you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button down in the corner, and that'd help me out a lot. It's free, won't cost you a penny. Get me toward my monetization goal of 1,000 subscribers. All right, I'm going to show y'all something today that I think would be really helpful mounting y'all's deer heads. This is a couple methods I like to use when I'm prepping my forms. A little bit of a hack that I do. Never seen anybody else do it. Maybe some other people that do it, but I just kind of made this up on my own based on my requirements over the years I've been doing this, of how just to make this a little bit more simple, make it fit a little bit better. Number one, when you Dremel out the tear ducts, I like to cut a pretty good hole right there, and I'd go ahead and cut away the corner of that eye. I Dremel it all the way down almost level with where the eyeball actually will sit, and cut this all the way down flat too, and I'll fill all of that in with modeling clay. When you go to put your skin on your form, what'll happen is that modeling clay will fill in any little gaps or air holes that you have on the form, and also it'll allow you to tuck into that modeling clay and it'll hold it in place really good. Plus it gives you a little bit tighter fit. Show you an example here. Like on this deer right here, you can see where that tear duct is tucked right there. It fills in here and here. It just gives it a nice round transition. Just looks really, really good. All right, next thing. On the nostrils, this is something I came up with that to me is one of my favorite things I think I've ever done prepping a mannequin as far as tucking the nostrils. But when you go to Dremel out your nostrils, if you'll notice, just on the inside, I've got a little lip cut all the way around. Let me see if I can actually get this right here. You can see it a little bit better. Right there. There's a lip around the edge of that entire nostril where I've actually cut up into it and down into it just slightly to get that little bit of a shelf, and then just went ahead and routed out my nostril there. What that'll do is, when you go to tuck that skin up under there, you'll be able to roll that skin over and it will actually sit right on the inside of that lip. And when you get that tucked, take you some, I use shrink wrap. Just regular old, like, not shrink wrap, but saran wrap. And I just stuff it up in that nostril and it'll hold all that in place. And then once it dries, you see right here, you can see where that skin stays tucked around those little lips and holds that in place. It also gives you a place where you can work your epoxy right up to that shelf. So what you can do is when you put your epoxy in the nostril, you can fill that in and then smooth that epoxy out right to the edge of that little lip. So you get a perfect transition from the fur to the epoxy. And it just looks really nice. Okay, one last thing I'm gonna show you on the mouth. This is something I started doing a couple of years ago. I never could figure out if I wanted to cut the mouth upwards, around, or straight in all the way around. I've tried it both ways, and what I've noticed is on the sides, if I cut it straight in here, and then as I go, I'll spin my Dremel, I'll twist it until when I get up front, it's going straight up into the mouth. And it just turns just like that, coming down the side on both sides. And what that allows is, especially in the corner of the mouth, it gives you a little bit more forgiveness when you're trying to tuck all that extra corner skin into the edge of those lips. And it's way easier to tuck all that mouth right here if you've got that straight in. Then once you get to the front, with it being up, it actually allows you to be able to tuck the bottom and then tuck the top. And when your bottom lip sits up under that nose pad, it'll actually make it tuck in there correctly and sit like you want it to, rather than being flat this way and trying to make it twist on you. So anyhow, there's 3 little tips. Maybe that'll help y'all in the future. We'll see y'all next time.